Welcome, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. We started a few minutes late on the opening ceremony so we could make sure everybody downstairs could finish talking to the sponsors and get up here and get some food. So people are still rolling in, but we're going to go ahead and kick it off so we can keep the rest of the schedule on point for the rest of the day. So I just wanted to say thank you all for coming and supporting the local ISSA chapter, and welcome to the Louisville Metro InfoSec Conference sponsored by Checkpoint. Thank you, Checkpoint. A few things I just want to cover. First thing, can everybody hear me? In the back. Cool. Awesome. If you can't ever, just yell at me. So first thing, ISSA Kentuckiana. That's the group that is hosting this. I am the president of the local chapter. We do this to raise money for our chapter so we can continue throughout the year. We do pretty much quarterly trainings, at least 3 times a year. We've done some very successful ones this year on web application hacking. I think the first one we did was on password cracking. That actually might have been last year. But we've done quite a few things, and we were able, because of events like this, and making money for the chapter, we're actually able to sponsor students who would not normally be able to afford top-notch training like that. And so we sponsored about 30 seats for students who normally wouldn't be able to afford that type of in-depth training. So that's something we're really proud to do. And also, we subsidize the ticket prices. Not only do our members get a discount, so that's incentive to join, but we also subsidize it for everyone. That's one of the kind of goals of the chapter, is to have top-notch training at low prices. A lot of people charge $500 and up for a day's training for anything that's really, really worthwhile, and we charge about $125, $150, something along those lines. So it's something we're kind of dedicated to. So the more money we make from events like this, we can try to give back, and we will continue to keep trying to increase the number of trainings and things that we offer. So that said, become a member. If you all have any questions about joining up or benefits of becoming a member of the international ISSA or the local chapter, please talk to just about anybody that has one of the black bars at the top of their badges, or myself. I might be running around a little crazy today, though. So, but feel free to come up to us and talk to us about it. This is a screenshot from Eventbrite. We sold out completely. Which is amazing. The venue's a little smaller than what we're used to. We did miss last year, so I wanted to make sure we kind of started back small and make sure we did it right. We didn't want to do a subpar event, so hopefully this will be a wonderful day. Everybody will be pleasantly surprised and enjoy the day. So one of the things is we had a lot of turnover in the chapter leadership, with people having personal issues come up, moving, this, that, and the other. So we've got a kind of mostly a new group. So I think only 2 people that are on the conference board had ever actually done a conference before. So we're learning a little bit as we go, but we already have a lot of notes for next year. Obviously, we're going to need a bigger venue, because we had about 100 people hitting us up asking if they could come today after we've already sold out. So that's a good problem to have, I guess. So our diamond sponsors. I'm going to run through the sponsors here real quick. Checkpoint. They are our diamond sponsor. Thank you so much, Checkpoint. They're also going to be giving one of the keynotes as well. Keynote sponsors. Nexum and F5 have a partnership, and they've teamed up to do the keynote sponsorship this year. Again, so thank you to Nexum and F5. Platinum sponsors. We have Quest and One Identity, Trend Micro, Tech Systems, and Dark Rhino. Dark Rhino and also Adrian Crenshaw, also known as Iron Geek, is doing all the recording. So all the talks and things will be recorded, and they should be available soon after the conference ends. So if you want to share the content, it will be freely available. And also Tech Systems, a special shout out to Tech Systems, because they sponsor us throughout the year by giving us a free place to hold our monthly meetings. So thank you again to Tech Systems. Gold sponsors, Rubicon Advisory Group, Ativo, Cadre, Preempt, Microfocus, SailPoint, Varonis, InfraGard, and ISSA. So thank you all for the gold sponsorships. We really appreciate it. Every dollar that comes in, we try to use as effectively as possible to give everybody as much bang for the buck as we can make happen. That said, we've got the morning keynote, like I said, is sponsored by Checkpoint. So they'll have a introduction coming up here shortly. James Traxel will be talking about preventing mobile cyber attacks. We've got Mark Lovelace, who's been a keynote in the past, is talking about real-world zero trust implementation. And also Nexum is going to is sponsoring us so we can have the speaker for lunch. And the closing keynote, which is sponsored by our local chapter, Harlan Compton. He's actually one of our own members locally here, and he's going to be talking about surviving the modern compliance minefield. And this is a little bit of a different format than we usually do. We've never had, to my knowledge, I've been coming since about 2004 to these. I don't think we've ever had 3 keynotes. So we'll be sending a survey out in a few days or so, seeing how you all like the format versus kind of previous years, if 3 keynotes are good or if you'd prefer more of the breakout talks. So that'll be in the survey, so we can kind of fit your all's needs next year. So a little bit of information. So here on the second floor, we've got the ballroom, obviously. Breakfast is in the back, if you didn't notice. There's also coffee and water. Lunch will be here. Keynotes will be here, and track 1. Tracks 2 through 4 will be in the basement. And right in the middle of everything is the sponsors on level 1, along with registration. And at the registration desk where we all registered this morning is where your sponsorship bingo cards will be turned in at the end of the day. Make sure you put your name on it. It's always disappointing when you get a drawing and there's no name on it, and so you might have missed your chance. But just go through there, make sure the different vendors there put the sticker on there, write your name on it, turn it in, and we've got quite a few prizes that ISSA Kentuckiana will be giving out. And then also vendors will also be having a few of the vendors will also have some giveaways around the end of the day. Some very interesting stuff, including bourbon. So we are in Kentucky. I saw this going through Twitter, so I just thought it was funny. So I just wanted to post this up, so hopefully it kicks off the morning with a little bit of smile on your face. What's the magic word to get whatever you want? About half the people in this room knows that it's risk accepted. So I know that gets us the tools I need sometimes on projects that I'm working on. So that said, I am going to turn this over to Danielle, who is a crazy huge help in this. Danielle, I'll let you come up here.
I thought that maybe it was something crazy. That's probably closer to the truth. So thank you, everybody.